Since Generation 1, besides the box art legendaries and the starter Pokémon, there are some other Pokémon that are very important for our region. These are of course the early root Pokémon, which are always a normal type Rodent, a regional bird, and also the bug type Pokémon. These Pokémon are very important because they teach the player the mechanics of a Pokémon game, which are battling, catching, and evolving Pokémon. This is why these kinds of Pokémon evolve at low levels. Now, I wanted to make my Pokémon to look interesting enough that people would actually want to use them on their teams, because more often than not, these creatures are ignored by the players. Let's start things up with the bug type. It is gonna be based on a Mexican bean beetle. I found this bug really interesting, but eventually it's going to evolve into a mesquite bug that has some amazing and interesting patterns. Let's start this up. I thought that the beanbug's pattern could look good on a rock-like Pokémon, so this is exactly what it's going to look like. A rock with some bug-like limbs. I named it Bogen, after bog and bean, a bog and rock type. Bogen is born inside a rock, and they grow in it and use it as an armor, and to camouflage in the wild. It remains hidden until it attacks. Its abilities are Sturdy and Unnerve, which I found really suiting for an early bug, and also Sturdy makes sense for the rock type. It's shiny, it's meant to look more like a mesquite type color palette. In the second stage, it starts getting out of the rock, and also grows some rock blades in its arms. Even though in most regions the bug-type Pokémon gets on a pupa-like stage in the second evolution, I didn't want it to do that, because I meant to evolve it later in the game, kind of like what Charjabug did in Alola. We have Mesrock over here, from Mesquite and Rock. It is still a bog and rock type. Its sharp rocky claws are rough and can cut through a bunch of materials. It is quite aggressive when its habitat gets invaded. The ability is still the same, and I have already explained the shiny, so let's move on. Alright, so the final evolution is going to evolve with a metal coat, which would be a little bit on the mid-late game, in the Evil Team's layer or something. I wanted to make it a steel type at the end because mesquites are supposed to have really tough shells, so if we translate this to the Pokemon universe, we get Meshield from Mesquite and Shield, a bug and steel type. It uses its sharp claws not only for attacking, but to protect itself too. It seems the metal coat fused with its rock armor. I made its coloring to look like gold armor almost, because in Hispanic Mexico, they crafted some artworks and stuff from gold. They didn't make armors or weapons though, but it definitely helped to give a cool Hispanic look. The ability on Nerve is now Intimidate because of the patterns in the armor. Moving on to the regional bird, I wanted to make a turkey Pokemon because when I was researching birds, I found that a Mexican name for turkey, guajolote, comes from big and monster in Nahuatl. People used to say turkeys were monster-like creatures because of how big the males could get. I could have also gone for the quetzal, but I have other plans for it. Trust me. I fused the turkey aspect with some ancient fans, because the feathers in the back had this potential, and I kinda struggled with the first stage because I wanted to look friendly and pet-like. I present to you Turtle from Turkey and Turtle, the Nahuatl for bird. A normal and flying type. It can use its tail as a fan. Its tail also helps to fly high when it gets attacked. Turtle is a great companion and loves being around people. Its abilities are big pegs and run away because it can flee easily with its tail, you know. As I said, Turtle is a great companion. That's because some pre-Hispanic culture used to tame turkeys and had them as pets. So I thought the final evolution would be cool as some sort of protector of local people or something. The middle one is going to be the middle ground between a pet and a hero like Pokemon. Here it is, Total Fan, from Total again, and also Fan, a normal and flying type. Its fan-like tail can now be used to scare other Pokemon. Its skin is soft and heavy, so having a bigger tail helps it to fly. It has now won the ability Intimidate. Now it's time to make this monstrous heroic Pokemon. I wanted to make it really bulky and strong looking. This whole line was really challenging because I didn't want it to look boring. Also, I wanted it to stand out from the rest of the regional birds. Watch out for Sochen from Solotl, monster in Nahuatl. It's a rock and flying type. It's so tough that it hits like a truck. Its tail plays a big role to help it fly. Since it's so heavy, it helps it to be fast in battle. I went for the rock type because it's a really strong looking type, and also the type combo of rock and flying can beat every starter in my region, you know? And now we have gotten into the rodent normal type. I wanted to make an otter since they are a pretty interesting looking animal, and yes, otters are rodents, I researched on that. I also wanted this Pokemon to be very pet-like, almost like a dog, so I tried to reflect that in its personality. Also, I wanted it to look really cute. And here we have Acotter, after Acoyotl, the Nahuatl for otter. A pure normal type. These little guys are all through the region. They are really fast and like swimming in packs. Some people befriend them at the point that they became the main pet in Huesa. It has vital spirit and strong jaw as its abilities. I wanted the evolution to look really cool and as a great addition to anyone's team. Also, I wanted it to look really watery and as a top-notch swimmer. So here we have Atomir. From watery Nahuatl, canine because I wanted to be quite dog-like personality-wise, and otter, a normal and water type. They seem to be leaders when swimming in packs, and they are really fast and agile in the water. It gets really aggressive when a threat gets on their territory, just like normal otters, you know. It has hydration and strong jaw as its abilities. I'm really happy of how this one turned out. So those are the early root Pokemon, and now that we have done all of these mandatory Pokemon, we can now do whatever we want basically. So let me know some ideas for Pokemon in the comments down below. It doesn't have to be 100% pre-Hispanic like. I think that in the next video I'm going to do some regional variants. I have tons of ideas already, so subscribe and ring the bell to stay tuned. As always, these Pokemon designs are gonna be posted in my Instagram account, which I will be linking in the comments down below. Leave a like if you learned something new and share it with a friend to support my channel. See you all in the next video, and let me know which of these was your favorite in the comments down below.